Today I'm going to try using these 3D printed molds to cast concrete letters. So I started in Fusion 360 with the SVG files for the letters, and then I offset them by 3mm in order to create the walls for the forms themselves, and then I also extruded the bottom of the letter to create the base of the form. So for my first try, I printed the forms all in one piece in flexible filament, just to see if I could even pull the concrete out. Once the forms are done, I mixed up a small amount of concrete just to fill in and see how it would work. For this first test, I ended up making 3 different letters, an A, S, and a T, because this would let me test how different features and letters would come out. Like the A had the hole that I had to pull the form out of, the T had 2 90-degree bends at the top, and then the S just was pretty complicated with the multiple curves. So I let the letters sit in the forms for a couple of days just since I got busy and I didn't have a chance to get back to them. There's a little bit of cracking on the letters, which concerned me at the time, but it was the first attempt, so I was fine if anything went wrong. So the demolding process for this first batch didn't turn out very well. The A cracked right in the middle, the T broke off on the top part, and the S just broke at every curve. So I'm going to go back and rethink this. So I went back and redesigned all of the forms to be 2 pieces, where I'd have the outer wall and then the inside face I could remove, and I printed that in PLA so it was rigid. I designed these in 2 pieces since last time when I was demolding them I found the actual letters to break while I was trying to peel the form away, so I thought if I could just pop the inside out and then remove the outer wall later, that the letters would come out better. So I put tape underneath the forms just to make sure that when the concrete flowed in, it wouldn't just push the wall away from the bottom base and start leaking everywhere on the table and make a giant mess. I also think I got the ratio for the concrete better this time around. So I let these sit again for another couple of days, and I was really glad to see that when I came back the concrete was still in the form and hadn't leaked out the gap between the bottom and the wall. While I was demolding these, it went a lot better. I was able to just push the inside out and then peel the walls away afterwards. But the inside of the A did need some convincing. Once I had them out of the molds, I sanded the back flat so that it kind of looked a little cleaner than when it came out of the mold, and then I put a little bit of gold spray paint on the bottom of the front just to kind of add an accent color. I think these came out great, and I definitely plan to 3D print more forms in the future.